What are you talking about?
I love two things. I love you, and I love the opera.
Close, but not quite. Hey guys. Let's talk opera stuff. Two things you gotta know. I'm crazy about film, and I'm crazy about opera. You know who also loves opera? Hollywood. So let's get started fleshing this thing out. Moonstruck. It's the 1987 Oscar-winning classic. Yet again, a man takes a woman to see her first opera. This time, it's Puccini's La Boheme. La Boheme is sewn into the fabric of this film. Everything from the jazzy remastering of Mussetti's Waltz to the anticipation leading up to a night spent at the mecca of all opera, the Met, makes La Boheme inseparable from Moonstruck. Here's a quick movie recap. There's Italian-American widow Loretta, her new fiancé Johnny, and his brother Ronnie. While trying to invite Ronnie to the wedding, Loretta falls in love with him. Oh, and her father's cheating on her mother knows it, and her grandfather, well, there's something going on with him. The movie's plot centers around whether Loretta will go with her heart or her head, and whether her family will resolve their own issues. Despite all of this, they still find time to go to the opera. So why La Boheme? Basically, it's an opera about young people who are very poor and one of them is sick. Anyway, there are two main characters, Rodolfo and Mimi. She asks him to light her candle and then they get to know each other a little. And it turns out they're in love. They go to a bar with Rodolfo's friends and they meet Marcello's ex, Musetta, who has a new boyfriend. Marcello is not interested, which makes Musetta very interested. She goes on to sing the aria of this opera, which is about how she does whatever the heck she wants. Marcello is once again enchanted. And they get back together. Everything was going great, but suddenly Rodolfo's being a huge jerk for no apparent reason and breaks up with Mimi. Of course, she follows him and overhears him talking to Marcello. And he's like, man, Mimi's really sick. I think she's gonna die. And Mimi's like, what? She's been hacking at her brains for months, but this is news to her. So it turns out the reason Rodolfo has been so gosh darn mean is because he wanted Mimi to find some sugar daddy to pay for some medicine for her because he couldn't afford it. They decide they won't break up until spring. Finally, Mimi realizes that life's too short not to be with Rodolfo. She finds him and they get to spend a few last moments together. They're friends, pitching for a doctor, but it's too late. She dies, but she dies with the one she loves by her side and warm hands. So, besides being one of the most popular operas in the world and being an Italian opera, why does this opera in particular appear in Moonstruck? Well, this movie's relationship to opera is all about scale, proportions. Opera is famous for its larger-than-life plots, extravagant costumes and sets, and yes, it's the drama that brings us to the opera. But this movie's drama is operatic in scale. That's why when Puccini's music is played in certain scenes, it feels like an original score. La Boheme is also small in proportion to other operas. Moonstruck, on the other hand, has some bizarrely larger-than-life moments. Let's take a look at some of those.
I'm in love with you.
Snap out of it!
Chrissy, bring me the big knife!
I tell you, I won't do it!
She won't do it.
Moonstruck writes a fine line throughout that captures the perfect balance between larger-than-life and perfectly ordinary. Puccini has managed the same thing in this opera. In the end, La Boheme contributes to the balance of this film by normalizing the drama and matching the simplicity in tone. Basically, La Boheme functions as vertical stripes, a slimming optical illusion that makes the drama seem, well, perfect. So tell me what you guys think. Is the drama too much in this movie? Tell me in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you around.